Hi guys, and welcome to another video. I know quite a few of you guys have asked me to show you the type of float tubes that I use and how I set them up on the water. So basically I use two types of float tubes. I use the big guy. This is like 80-90% of the time I try to use this one because I just have so much comfort and it can tackle much bigger water. So obviously this one, if I don't have to carry it across fields, it's a good solution if it's not too far from the water. If I travel or I want a pack light, I use the smaller one, obviously. This one completely deflates. So the small one is the Outcast Fish Cat Deluxe 4, I think. And the big one is the Outcast as well, and this is the Scout. So today I'm going to show you how I set up the Scout, and it's a beautiful morning, cold but beautiful. So let's go in the water and I can show you how I set up this guy. Starting off, like I said, this is the Outcast Scout float tube. I have it rigged differently, not too much. I added, because of the material of the float tube, I was able to glue on some pads. I've been using a Scotty attachment for quite some time, so I really like them. Very sturdy, very strong. So I have basically one at the back for my camera for an over-the-shoulder view. I have one at the front here with the arm where the GoPro, the camera goes. This is like for selfie mode or if I want to take some pictures. And I have another one here for the fish finder, for the arm of the fish finder. So basically I break it down to three essential things that I usually take when I'm float tube fishing. One, a life jacket. So for the life jacket, I'm not a big fan of the self-inflating one because basically they've been more self-inflating in the car than when I needed them on the water. So every time you have to change everything, the plastic cartridges, the gas cartridges. So, and then the day you fell in the water, I've never had 100% confidence that they would absolutely pop like on that time. So I use basically a kayak life jacket. I just find them really comfortable. They keep my back nice and warm. You get extra pocket at the front where, you know, at least if you fall in the water, the thing will make you float and there's no need for it to self-inflate. So that's the first thing. Second thing on the float tube, a fish finder. Even on a lake that you know, fish tend to move. Like today, I really don't know. We have a northerly wind. I don't know if the fish have been moving into the deep. Are they still in the shallows? So that gives you a good indication if you don't find them straight away just by fishing. You don't need anything expensive. The one I use is simple. I think it's a Humminbird Piranha Max 4DI. And it does the job. So I have that linked. Like I said, the arm is a Scotty mount as well. I think this is for the kayak fish finder, and it's fed through a lithium battery that's sticking in here, and that I can fish like many days with that battery without charging it, but I usually charge it when I get home. So third piece of equipment that's absolutely essential is the net. I see so many people fishing without a net in a float tube. The net, I don't know, it'll save you on so many things, and it's not only good for you, it's good for the fish. When I get a fish, it goes straight in the net. and it gives me time to check where the hook is. I don't have to worry how to grab it. When it comes near the float tubes, I don't have any worry of a hook flying into the float tube, into the bladder and getting a hole. So I just put him in the net, and then I can see the situation and see what I need to do to unhook it, where the hook is sitting. Second thing with the net, if you want to take a picture, if it's a nice fish, you can leave the fish in the net. He's nice and happy in there. He's recovering from the fight. You can set your camera. I'll be doing a video especially how to take your pictures on the water, because so many people still struggle to take a good picture on the water. So I'll show you how to take a good picture when you're on your own, when you're fishing solo. So yeah, the fish will go back in the water much happier. You can leave it, especially if it's a big fish, you had a big long fight. The fish might need to rest, so in the net it's the perfect thing for me. So get a net that's nice and deep, that can sit a big fish in it. So that's basically it. That's simple float tube setting. One thing that I really like about the Outcast, it's the net that they have for the line. I really like them. They sit nice and high. Another thing, yes, that I added onto the float tube is one of them airflow seats, cushion. Really comfy, and they give you that extra bit of height, and it's kind of nice when you're on a float tube not to be sitting too low in the water. So that gives you that little bit of extra height. That's quite nice to have. So that's basically it. Flippers that I use, it's a big float tube, so I go for kind of a large size pair of flippers. These ones, they don't go over the boots. I'll have to take my boots off, and they just go over the sock of the wader. So that's basically it. I'm gonna put it in the water and try to get a few fish now. I'm gonna go with the Titan S2 S3. It's kind of a good all-round line. You can let it sink a bit if you want to fish a little bit deeper, and you can cast and retrieve if you want to fish it a little bit shallower. So that's what's going on the rod today. I have, of course, an intermediate, full intermediate, and also a Ness 6 in case I need to find them a little bit deeper, but I don't think they're sitting on the bottom at the moment, so they might have pushed a little bit deeper because we have a northerly front that's after arriving there for the last few days, and definitely water temperature has dropped and air temperatures has dropped. There was no frost this morning, but we are not far from the frost, so we'll see where they're sitting and if they want to play today. Now, we nailed one at least. It's a small one. That's all I've been getting this morning, like just hits of these guys. But this one had an appetite for a drowning rat. Haha, we nailed one at least. Well, this is what's happening today. Like a lot of these guys hanging about. I missed about 3 and I got that one. Nailed that one. A great pattern if the fish are sitting tight to the bank. Cast that as close to the bank as you can and let the magic happen. Okay, after doing one lap of the lake, I have a fair idea where the fish are holding. They definitely do not like that northerly wind, because any shore that is exposed to that northerly wind today, and it's not a strong wind, but it makes a huge difference. Any places that is exposed to that wind, and they're usually my best spot on that lake, it's on that far side, but today that wind is like nothing is happening on that far side. I came to the sheltered side where when the sun beams it's actually quite nice and warm. I've seen quite a few fish on the shallows there on my left side hitting some fries or some small roach, but it's been all just very small jacks. I had about 5 hits now. I've just landed one. So now I'm going back up that bank. I'm going to try again, but this time I'm going to cast towards the middle of the lake where it's sloping down, and hopefully we can find a better fish. We'll try and see what happens. And even the jacks, they're not hitting full on, like they're coming and you can see them behind having a look and nipping at the fly. So that's why I went with a smaller fly. That drowning rat is really, really good. I really like fishing that, especially early in the year. Well, no change. Another pike, but a small one again. Seems that's all that's moving today, these little guys. And usually when the small one are out, that means that the bigger one are hiding, and he's gone. That's good. Good quick release. We're on the right at the top of this lake, and this is like a big plateau, but yet I still have about 2 meters below me, which is more than respectable. But this is definitely a place where the pike come here to spawn, so we're going to try. There's a few grebes there swimming and diving, so I must be holding a bit of bait fish in there. This is looking quite nice. By the way, we're still on lockdown at 5k, and I'm just on 5k here from the house, so there you go. And again, it's the same type of fish, huh? We just can't get bigger. Oh, they have some energy at this time of the year. Come here, buddy. Again. Yeah. Same again, huh? We just can't get bigger than that, but that's the way it is. There's days when all that comes is these little boys, and we don't mind that, huh? Future generation. Something in the 80-90 centimeter would be lovely, but we're catching fish, so I'm not gonna complain. Whoop! Oh, this one just jumped right over the fly. Yeah, he had a touch. Come on. If any, that one was even smaller than the other one. Had another nip there. He messed up the fly. He wrapped the tail around. It's just loaded with jacks at the moment. Ah, and again. they're just having fun. And again. Crazy. Yeah, he's still here. He's still right in front of me. They really love that rat at the moment. Like I said, it's a great early pattern in the year. We're just above. I can start to see the first lily pads underneath me. I can see the first leaves all curled up, ready to pop. But it's good fun today, and again he's after hitting it. They just hit it so shy. They're aggressive, but they're not aggressive to eat. Unreal. I mean, this is the second year, and again. Impossible. Oh, there's so much fun. Again, this is the second year that all this area I've seen no tourism. These fish have been left alone. No pressure at all. There's usually not much pressure, but now this is the second season where there's no people fishing these places. So I consider myself lucky to have fun with this. Still one following. Amazing, they're not taking, they're just curious, they're nipping at it. Alright, the low and slow paid off. We have a slightly better fish now. They fight like hell at the moment. It's not big, but it's better. I'll put him in the net, it'll be easier to deal with. There you go. Slightly better. Slightly better. Happy with that. Well, that was a release and a half. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it the day now. It's been decent enough. I haven't been out in quite some time, so to be out today was nice. We got a couple of showers of hailstones. It was cold at times, warm when you're away from that wind, but we managed a good handful of jacks. No bigger fish, we tried, but there's just days they're not feeding, so that's it for today. I have a few videos planned. One that has been requested is how do I deal with a lake that I've never fished, a venue that I've never been on, and how do I go about it. So I am gonna do that fairly soon once I'm allowed to move in the county. I spotted a nice big lake that definitely would prove to be a head scratcher. So thanks for watching the video. If you haven't done it, please subscribe to the channel because it really does help. And see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye. Isn't it lovely?